Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe and talk about it on chat lines or wherever it is your social media activities, and help us to grow and help more people. I'll talk to you soon. Dr. Michael Ignore explains that in one of the experiments that they've done in the past, whether himself or colleagues of in some of the time, that they had understood that about half a second or fraction of a second before a decision is made or suggestion is made, there's a spike in the brain. And then the thought shows up, which they concluded in the past that it is final, that there is no free will, that the brain decides for that, decides for you. Yet, when they went on further, and when a suggestion was made by the brain, and then they went further and said, now you decide not to do it, they seem to understand that the brain cannot have the last say. Because if we were just the brain, then we wouldn't be able to override what the brain suggests. Because in the exercise, in the experiment, they asked for refusing to do what the brain has suggested, to push the button, they decided not to. The not to is the free will, at least free not to. free not will. So that showed there is something beyond the brain that actually chooses what brain suggests should be paid attention to or decide not to based on its own intelligence, the intellect, the awareness. That is one of the many scientific experiments that shows that human being does have free will. The brain is not the human being. The brain makes suggestions, human being actually modifies or refuses or changes, or disses it, ignores it. And that is the beginning of science trying to understand what was understood hundreds of years ago about that there is a me before the brain. Therefore, today, you don't have to comply to what the brain suggests because brain is not you, you're not the brain. So I have put the links of these discussions by Dr. Ignore and the explanations he's done in regards to the science's understanding and having proved that beyond what was proven years and years ago by basically thinkers of this world about our psyche, how it works, beyond what I have tried to explain, how you can actually see that there is a separation between brain and you, that you're not the brain by the experiments that I have shown based on quantum physics experiment that was done in laboratory. And I have used that in order to bring to your attention that you yourself can see how clearly you're outside of the brain, that you are not part of the brain's mechanism. There is a you outside of what brain does. And you have seen my videos on that. I think there's one called Who's Talking to God, or there are other ones that I will put the link down there as well for you to ponder on. Now, in closing, I want to bring your attention to the very important point that would perhaps help make everything easily understood and get you out of this rut that you have fallen into by the grace of the smart brain.